Hey, everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Armchair Keepers of Arcane Secrets. I'm Matt Ryan, host number one, joined as always by
Host number two, Bob Geis. And I believe, Matt, this may be 39, episode 39 or 40 or 38.
I think it's 39. I think I made a slide for 38, which was a little, I was teasing the Indianapolis team a little with that slide.
He was taunting. It was unfair. It was uncalled for.
Again, when we sat down to play, my players asked first question. Just to bring everybody up to speed, welcome, y'all. It's nice to see everyone again. We hope that you enjoy the 20 minutes ahead of rambling from Bob and I. Big picture, we had finished Shanghai chapter of Masks of Nyarlathotep, the wonderful campaign published by Chaosium Incorporated. And we've started our Nigeria. Last session, which I played last week, was our first session, Bob, in Nigeria.
Yep.
So we were waiting for someone to come. So some other folks were early, and we're just chit-chatting. We're very excited. And we had the time before we'd run the climax at Grey Dragon Island.
Yeah.
And one of the players said, "So what were we supposed to do there?" And I said, "Oh, that's a good question. I mean, supposed to do is an interesting way to think about it. The book offers suggestions, right?
Yeah.
And it's a role-playing game, so it's not like there's a right way to do it.
Yeah.
There's
That's an interesting
a path
take.
through that you can sort of determine. I did admit to, I said, I think that there's some cave or someplace on the island where you can pick up cultist robes that you can kind of disguise your way in, and I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah.
My fault.
Something they would have to look for,
My fault. But I said, I actually think that you did very well. You had this great scheme. You used your tools. You used the plane. You parachuted in. That was very inventive. And the point is not so much to win the scenario, although that's always fun. It's to sit with each other and have fun and have a good time.
Yeah, to tell a great story, right? I mean, again, you don't know how those stories are going to play out, and that's why we do a game instead of having story time, right?
Right. Because together we are making this thing happen. We're building this fiction together, and that's really why I love it so much, is because it's just so flexible.
Yeah, it's interesting because again, there's never a right answer to that question. There's no you did it right or you did it wrong. I mean, basically in a campaign like this, I guess you have to define what your success criteria are, right? So if the success criteria is surviving till another day and stopping the cultists from doing what they're doing, your guys knocked it out of the park.
They delivered a decisive blow against the cult of the bloated woman. Now, the second question, as we're sitting there, is always, often it's the first question, but my team always asks how the Indianapolis team is doing. And they want to hear stories about the Indianapolis team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
So I tell them, I said, Bob's running it by the book. He's got Jack Brady in the case. No. He's got Mei Ling in the case. This is how he introduced Jack Brady to them. They are about 2 sessions behind us at this point, and they're going into Grey Dragon Island.
That's right. Yes, that's right. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be playing this week because of life. But we are. I have a planned double dip, right? So we're going to be playing Thursday and Thursday. So I'm hoping that we will finish up Grey Dragon Island next session. We will finish up Grey Dragon Island next session.
Now you're going in, right?
They're going in.
You're going. Excuse me, folks. I'm headed to the bookcase.
All right. So my team is headed into Grey Dragon Island right now, and I guarantee you one thing for sure: they will get there and get through before the night's done. And then, the following week we will have, our first adventure in Kenya. Wait, is it Nairobi or Kenya?
Nairobi is a city in Kenya.
Kenya. I always view it as Kenya. It's interesting that you call it Nairobi because I really view it as the country because you do a lot of stuff outside the city. Interesting take on it.
But you don't. You don't. There's
But
now
you,
they did more in Mombasa than I thought they were going to do because there's not a lot happening in
yeah,
Mombasa.
yeah.
All right, so I was just going to say something else.
No, no, you forgot. Well, I mean, a lot of what we talked about last session was about how there is a lot of opportunity in Kenya to really paint the canvas the way we want it to, right? To shape that specific chapter and the way we want it to. So I'm interested in seeing how you did that because again, I have my own ideas.
Yeah, I agree that it's not a lot in that chapter, and it is sort of loose strokes.
Mhm. Mhm.
And in between those loose strokes, I think that there's a lot of mileage. I'm hoping to stretch this into 4 sessions, and I might only succeed in stretching it into 3, of which I've got one under my belt, under our belt.
Mhm.
But we will recap this quickly. Oh, we are also going to double dip. We're playing next week, and I think the week immediately following because there's a life drawing class on Fridays that I want to start attending every other. So my stupid art life is going to change the schedule.
You got to sharpen the pencil, right? That's your stock and trades. You got to work on that.
And I enjoy it as well. Okay, so here's my big notebook of junk. My team wanted to pick up immediately where they left off in Shanghai. And let me remind the viewers that immediately where they were in Shanghai / Great Dragon Island was one of the characters made the supreme sacrifice and piloted the flying boat directly into the mouth of the volcano and directly between the eyes of Sir Arthur Penhew. He rolled a critical success on his piloting skill. So it happened perfectly as he hoped, as the team hoped. So then the majority of them are wounded. We've got a couple people with major wounds. Well, I think we have 2 people with major wounds. And so they are coming out of the cave mouth and down the side of the volcano, the dormant volcano.
Yeah.
And they see a Japanese destroyer sitting off the coast, shelling the villagers.
Oh my goodness! Wow. All right.
I'd already interacted with the player who lost the investigator that did the kamikaze move, and I had these suggestions. I said, we're very close to the end. You could take an NPC.
Sure.
And there's this one NPC, Captain Asoge, who might be quite nice. And he said, yeah, let me just take Captain Asoge. So I thought, well, how am I going to introduce Captain Asoge? Well, hell, let's put him on a destroyer. Let's put him on the island. Let's just make the mop up of the island quick and easy.
Yeah.
So I did that. Asoge's there, and I don't know if you've looked at Asoge's stats. That's probably not anything that you thought of doing.
No.
That motherfucker's got some stats.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, it's surprising.
He's badass. He's badass.
That's fantastic. Good. A good character to pick then, right?
Good character to pick. And has 0 Cthulhu mythos, which is important. It's important in the closing ceremony of the Eye of Light and Darkness, because the innocent whose blood you need to fill the eye mechanically is anyone that has a 0 score in Cthulhu mythos.
Oh wow, interesting. Okay. Well, I mean that's going to be tricky to hold on to, right?
Excuse me, Bob, while I take a little beverage break here.
Yep, that's all right. That's all right.
So the players got Asoge. Asoge's buff. Let's just say buff.
Yep.
I've come to find out there's another investigator that does not have any Cthulhu mythos, and I don't know how well, but he arrived in Shanghai. Okay. Let's get to the juice here.
Yeah.
So we do some. So we're coming down the mountain. We're on the beach. Jack Brady's got his legs shot off, and they're real sad. And he said, "Well, my feet were fucked up by rats anyway, so like I guess it's just fitting." So he gives his death speech.
Okay. Okay.
in which he says, reminds them, right, that Mwuru was the one that started all of this.
Yeah.
That she was the one that had the plan. She's the one that not that the other idiots are innocent. They're far from innocent.
Yeah.
Like they willingly agreed to this, and then they were corrupted by Nathalis. Blah blah blah. But she's the mastermind, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get their asses to Kenya.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I don't
sure.
want them going to Australia. And then I've got Dr. Mu Hassan. He's on the beach too. He's got an ear shot off or something.
Poor Dr. Moo. He didn't deserve that.
He's saying that there's no real point in going to Australia. While they might be making parts there, they've lost their high priestess.
Yeah.
And then Mu spells out exactly how the Eye of Light and Darkness ceremony works.
Mm-hmm.
That they have to, and listen to this, so they've got to start the chanting, the muwa muwa woo, as the moon comes up on the night of a full moon. As the moon comes up, they do the chanting for the whole night.
Yep.
And then to see if it works, they get drained by power, they could die.
Yep.
I've warned them that they need a lot of casters, and you don't know if the spell works until the next full moon. So yeah. So that's as written. That's Bob as written, guys.
I'm definitely not going to do that, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So the ceremony, any ceremony that the cult does is on the dark of the moon, which is like they're 2-week intervals, full dark, full dark, full dark.
Yeah, sure.
And I draw it out on a piece of paper and I give them the dates for 1925. Here are the nights of the full moon. Here are the nights of the dark. Here's where you are. Okay. So they do the whole thing where they get on an ocean liner, and they surprised me. They want to swing by Hong Kong and talk to Roger Carlyle.
Oh wow!
Surprised me.
Yeah,
I didn't see it coming. So I was going to say like, he's too nuts to talk to. This and that.
Yeah.
But I thought, no, they want to do this. Give it to him. Give him a scene, right? So they show up, and he looks like Tom Waits. His hair's all crazy. Or more like David Lynch, and he's smoking cigarettes left and right. And he's in a sanitarium. He's on a bench, and they do a quick psychology roll, and I tell them that they ascertain that a lot of people talking to this dude is going to scare him off. Mm-hmm. Okay, so just 2 people, and then they move from the table, so they're up next to me, and we're all huddled together. And he tells them of the dreams of Nyarlathotep, and he tells them of the this and of the that, and the jungle. They're going to the jungle, and then he starts screaming about the Eye of the Black Wind, and then he goes Shikso, and he's running around, and orderlies are jumping and kicking him, and all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
All right.
That's great. Yeah.
Off to Kenya, Mombasa. Mm-hmm. And there's really nothing to do, but they don't know that. So they hole up for a couple of days. They get a hotel and all this different things, and they ask around a couple of different things, and there is not a lot to see. There is, though, one thing they saw is Zahir Shaftik, our chum from England. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She's the only real villain that's left. The other ones they've kind of dealt with, right? But she is left. And what's coming up in the Mountain of the Black Wind is the birth of Nyarlathotep's son.
Yes, the spawn.
The birth of a god's son. Sound familiar? So I've got 3 wicked witches instead of 3 wise men. I've got Zahar is there, and Wuro is now there, and the tea seller.
Sure. I can't remember.
Tan, whatever her name. I like her. Mm-hmm. She's got 1 power, and it takes a long time to do it. And she sneaks into a bathroom on the train to cast this spell.
Hey, needs must, right? Needs must.
I love it. So. And I brought in Zahara because I want to make this a climax, right? Yeah. Let's tie some shit up here. So okay, so they show up and they doodle around a little bit. I don't exactly know what to do with
Hmm.
Zara, whatever her name is
Yeah.
at this point. So they see her on the other side of the customs house. They can't really interact with her. Um, and then I spend some time kind of describing the situation, the segregation of the
Yeah.
culture,
Yeah.
because half of the investigators are Asian,
Oh, yeah, sure. That's great. Yeah. Kind of
which
bring that out.
means, well, which means is that on the train going to Nairobi, they will be in different cars
Oh, okay. Split the
because the
party.
cars are
Yeah.
segregated. So, um, I often kind of skip that sort of real world ugly history.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
me
but
too.
but I don't know if that's right or wrong. I just know that that's what I do. Uh, but for this, because it would split the party,
Hmm.
and I have to tell you that, and this is some insight into Matt Ryan, Bob. It was hard to run the session with this blatant segregation.
Sure.
And I actually did it. I used the rules. I call them the Chris Spivey rules because this is the first time that I ever
Yeah.
encountered them. Where in social situations, the minority culture has a penalty die for social interactions,
Hmm.
and in this case, the white majority, the British, get a
Yeah.
bonus die. And I use that for the different interactions and whatnot. Anyways, the
That's
party is they
it's
bought
interesting.
tickets. The party's split. Oh, they went to a library to look for maps.
Oh, yeah, that's
I've
right.
got a map from 1922 of Africa. And
Fantastic.
I,
Did you show him? I mean,
oh
did you
yeah, I
throw it
laid it
out?
on the table. And they said, well,
Nice.
aren't there any maps of the interior? And I said, oh no, no.
Of
I
course.
said to go into the
The
interior,
heart of Africa.
yeah, to go to the interior, you're gonna have to go on safari.
All right. All
And
right.
Bob, taking a page from your book, I might buy a safari costume.
Yeah, there you go. Get the pith helmet. Yeah, do it. Do it.
Well, I might. It's in my one of my online shopping platform carts.
There you
So
go. Do it.
you think
They'll
I
love it.
should? I'm
Heck yeah.
so reluctant to spend money online.
So am I. It's been
Yeah,
minutes.
where's that mummified hand?
That's right back there,
Bob's got a
man.
mummified hand, but that's for another game. Okay, so he's getting it anyways. Look at that.
Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is my latest treasure, a mummified hand. It's just like the ones you guys have at home. Don't act like you don't.
Right, that's right. I'm eating these little licorice things. I have a little sweet tooth.
It's all right. It's all right. These are the types of things that our viewers love. The random interludes that
To
treasure these
watch
things.
us to watch us eat and move around the studio. All right. Uh, so it wasn't now the players had a really good time. It was not a very scary episode, but I think the stage is set for some scary shenanigans coming up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna now the text doesn't talk about the safari bit of things about
Yeah.
how it just says something like it takes 6 or 7 days to walk to the mountain.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
what I'm going to explore that, and I've already come up with some crazy things for them to encounter
Oh, great.
on safari. Oh, and remember, so it's the rainy season
Okay.
in Kenya, so it's going to pour once a
Oh,
day.
nice.
They're
Oh,
going to be
great. Oh,
soaked once a
oh, it'll be
day.
awful. It'll be awful. Fantastic.
They're going to have to hire porters. They're going to have to hire a guide. All of that's going to happen in Nairobi.
Yep.
I've got the list of all the different NPCs they can run into in
Yep.
Nairobi, so I'm up and prepared for that as they go through that. Um, and then, so this is my ballpark plan, Bob.
Yep.
We run kind of the train, and then in Nairobi, asking questions that always takes time. They're always hesitant to pull the trigger, on committing to some kind of a decision.
Yep.
Um, but then they'll have the only choice is to go on safari. They're going to have to go
Sure.
into the interior safari. I don't. So then I think either safari is its own session if I can
Hmm.
if I can make that entertaining enough.
Oh, yeah. That should be easy. There should be a lot of stuff that can happen in a safari.
Yeah. Here's some ideas. You want to hear some ideas? How much time we got?
We don't have any time, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, villagers weeping because come across the village. The villagers are weeping because all the children have been abducted by the
Nice,
cult of the
classic,
Bloody Tongue.
classic, perfect.
Temple of
Love
Doom,
it.
baby. Temple of Doom, right there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. A camp, a camp that's been wiped out with a few cult members lingering,
Okay,
eating the dead.
nice.
So just a few of them, so they can shoot them up, and they can be a little combat if they want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's pretty good, right?
Yep.
Now, wild animals watching them from afar.
Nice.
So,
Fantastic.
like, of a group of zebra, there'll be one lone zebra watching them.
Here in Indiana, we call them zebras, but that's okay.
You talk about the notable Indiana zebra. An animal stampede. There's going to be an animal stampede,
Sure.
right?
Yes, yes.
They're going to have to camp at night on the jungle. There's going to be like raids where cultists just run through the camp with their parangas, do some butchering, and then just run off.
Nice.
Just to keep everybody guessing. And then I think that's what I've got right now. So I don't quite know how. I don't know how I'm gonna weave Zarha. How do you fucking say her name? Into
Zahara, that's how I always did, but that's how I mispronounced it.
the comments, folks. Comment on this. Here's my early thoughts about Zarha. She's actually benefited from every move that the investigators have made. She's the head of the England cult now because Gavigan's gone.
Yep.
Because they killed Omar, she's the head of the Egyptian cult.
Yep.
Ho Fang's dead. Oh, did I mention that? The Japanese Navy shot Ho Fang down. He's dead.
Wow.
So she could apparently move into the bloated woman cult.
She's going to have to diversify, get some, managers to oversee those sites. That's a lot. That's a lot on her plate, right? How many direct reports does she have now?
No Zoom in the 1920s, so I think I'm kind of in the back of my head picturing a dinner scene in one of these posh Nairobi restaurants where she sits down and joins them for a meal and thanks them for all of the professional advancement they've offered her.
That's fantastic. No, again, she never made it out of England for me, but that's great. That's great.
Now the other bit is I realized that so all the cultists are coming from around the world. The cultists are coming to the Black Mountain. They're not waiting for a ceremony. They're waiting for the birth of this thing.
This is exactly. It's a big event. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
And I think. At this imagined dinner scene, I think Zarha might tell him that.
Mm-hmm.
That the birth of the child of Nyarlathotep is imminent.
Yeah. Okay.
You're thinking that pulls punches from the scene?
I mean, again, them discovering Alicia Masters, like 3 years pregnant is pretty horrific, right? It's pretty freaking horrific.
I can't say no.
Those are the sorts of, it's real. The Kenya chapter is very visceral in its horror, right? There's no subtlety. I mean, it punches you right in the mouth with it, right? So it's going to be, I want the sanity to flow like fine wine, right? Again, there's going to be some real shots taken on the investigators.
Now, so I'll have to remember that because the way that I like to run sanity is I like to trickle it down.
Yeah.
My players are always losing sanity. Even if they make a sand roll, I kick a point off it.
Yeah, just chip away at them. But there's big chunks that they can lose here. I mean, it's risky. But again, it needs to be that this is what Cthulhu is about, that visceral horror, that cosmic. This is really the big thing. So we have to do it. We have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, folks, we're going to do it.
All right. 2 weeks for more gaming for me, but we'll be back early next week with a kind of a prep session.
A prep session. Now what am I asking here? We've got 200 subscribers. We're just over
203 last I checked.
So subscribers are trickling up, and next time we're going to name each and every one of you.
I don't know about that. All right. Thank you.
Maybe we'll just name 3 lucky ones. I don't know. All right. So yeah. Anyways, like and subscribe. Oh, you do the begging.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends, families, and neighbors, and we will catch you on the flip side.